Welcome back to Green and White. Today I'm in Waihi to show you another incredible garden. Teresa and her husband have created this amazing property to be able to make themselves self-sufficient by having vegetable garden, fruit orchard, chickens, beans, and on top of that, all these beautiful flowers. Not only that, Teresa is also growing a beautiful variety of houseplants. Let's take a look together and hear the story from Teresa.
Hi, my name's Teresa Kane and welcome to my garden. I've been a gardener for a very long time, for as long as I can remember. I can remember being a small child in the garden with my mother, having a little trowel that she gave me, having my hands in the dirt, just a passion for a very, very long time, and have been very lucky and fortunate to have access to people who have gardening knowledge and enjoy gardening, which has fueled my passion for it. My partner and I bought this property about 12 years ago. It was a very plain property, not a lot of garden, a few big trees. Our previous property, we lived in town and we developed very much around our children. Big trees and swings, trees to climb, little paths, secret alleyways, things like that, and places they could enjoy. So when we got here, we wanted to recreate that, but this time for our grandchildren. So we made a start. So the thing we enjoy most about our gardening is being able to be sustainable. So our veggie garden is a big thing. My partner Sean does a lot of the growing of veggies. We have fruit trees, we have avocado trees, everything you can think of pretty much. Bananas, we've had a go at growing those. So we have built this garden up to have all sorts of different things in it. What we enjoy is creating. So we create different places, different rooms, if you like, that's what we call them. We have dug out all the gardens. So I have an idea in my head. I tell my partner, I ask him, and he has a great imagination too. So he'll go out and he'll dig out, lay it out, ask me if that looks all right, dig it out, and I'll come along and plant it. And then I like to have all my different flowers. So I don't have just one type of flower. It's very much a cottage garden. So lots of different things. Roses are my passion. That began back when my mother gave me my first rose. Me to have roses for years and years and years, and I said no, too much work. I can't do it. And she finally came around with one on my birthday, and she planted it in the garden for me, and that was it. So my rose garden has just evolved from there. So very lucky to be, how would you put it, given that passion by both my parents. My father is an amazing gardener, was an amazing gardener. He gardened right up until he was 92. And my mum had the most amazing garden too. So the same with my partner. He's been enthused by his parents with his gardening. So his veggie garden is incredible. We eat all our own veggies pretty much over summer. We're very lucky with that. All our fruit trees, our avocado trees, we pick off those regularly as well. So we have a wonderful sustainable area here, which we want to be able to share that. So when we have an abundance of veggies or fruit or what have you, you do share it. So family and friends and neighbourhood, and encouraging people to do that as well, to actually get their hands in the dirt, to grow their own veggies, to have a go. You know, it's all trial and error. So this water feature and pond, we have some turtles in our pond down here. My daughter got a turtle when she was 5 years old for her birthday. Wanted a turtle no matter what. So when we shifted out here, we built this area. So we've got turtles and goldfish down there. Her turtle has remained with us while she's left home. So they are our turtles now. And our grandchildren come and enjoy them as well. But having water and flowing water in the garden is really important. This garden, all these gardens have been made here. We made them when we arrived here. Um, this rose over here, the iceberg, which is absolutely huge this summer. It usually gets big, but it is massive this summer. That rose was the only flower in this garden when we got here. There was no flowers at all. There was some trees, but no flowers. And that rose was in the middle of the lawn and it was just scraggly and had no flowers and just looked terrible. So I dug it out and eventually it ended up in this garden and it has absolutely thrived. I'm just amazed how wonderful. So this is the original rose from the original garden, well, what was deemed as a garden. So I'm very proud of that rose because we've kept it. It's part of the heritage of this garden. And it's just been absolutely amazing and fitted in with all my other roses. So this is our avocado orchard. I went away to my favourite place, Rarotonga, for 2 weeks and came back, and this was a beer paddock when I went. When I came back, it had 70 avocado trees in it. So my partner had found some online that were for sale, a couple of years old, gone and got them, dug them all in, and here we are. We've had a bountiful crop of avocados over the years. These are probably 6 years old now. We have 8 acres of land here, so you do need a lot of land to have this sort of scale of trees and orchards and things like that. But you could do it on a small scale, just not as many trees. I was a bit surprised we had that many trees. I was thinking, and then when we got our first crop and it was buckets and buckets of avocados, we were like, what are we going to do? But you share them, you know, like we always supply everyone with avocados. We supplied a cafe in town for a while with avocados as well. So this is another one of the trees that Sean has grown from seed. So you take the stone, he's the expert on that side. I grow a lot of my flowers from seed, but he does all the orchard side of things. So he would keep these the stones from the fruit, and then he pots them up in our potting shed, dries them out first of all, and for a little while so that the stone is open and you see the seed and it dries out, and then pots it up. Growing stone fruit from seed takes a little while. These would be probably in their third year, I would think, and they've now got lots of fruit on them. And it's just basically nurturing them through that first stage, so keeping them sheltered in a warm place, like the potting shed that we have. And then when you've got them out here, because we get a lot of wind coming up, the southwesterly comes up, so you must have them sheltered. So when they start off, they have usually some shade cloth around them just to protect them for a while. And now that we've got a few more growing, they are a lot more sheltered. So yeah, just nurturing them along is the biggest thing at the moment, you know, when you start out. So this one here is a peachcot. So it's a cross between a peach and an apricot. This one I'm pretty sure Sean grew from seed. We got given one initially and we've got several now. And prolific. the fruit on them, they're just laden with fruit. So they do really well here. So a big part of our sustainable lifestyle here is having a huge veggie garden and growing tropical veggies, tropical fruit, bananas. We've got some bananas here, and we've also got these beautiful tropical passion fruit, which I love for the flower more than anything. Not so much the fruit. The fruit is amazing, but look at that flower. The colours are just incredible. So this vine is 2 years old. My partner got the seeds and grew them from seed. We have had probably 4 fruit off it so far, but the fruit are like this big. They're huge, and they're very nice. They're very nice. But yeah, mountain pawpaw, we're having a go at growing those as well. Pineapples, we're trying to grow those too. But mainly we have the corn, the broccoli, and the peas, and tomatoes and cucumbers. So we're very fortunate, all our citrus fruit as well, to have this little area where we can grow everything, and it just loves the heat. So these are our chickens. We love to have chickens. We get beautiful fresh eggs. This is Chicken Nugget. He rules the roost here, and these are all his girls. So we get these beautiful fresh eggs. I've just collected those today. But our chickens and our guinea fowl, because we have guinea fowl as well, are very important in the garden as well, because they are on bug control. So they'll eat all the bugs, or a lot of them, not all of them. So that helps keep that down. They're digging and scratching and that sort of thing is good for the soil too. Moves it around a little bit. And the guinea fowl don't dig and scratch. They just purely eat bugs, which is great. Keeps that under control. So it means you need to spray less, which I don't like to do. I don't like to spray at all if I can help it, and we try not to. We try to keep it as natural as possible. But yeah, these guys are great. We all love having chickens. We went through a stage where we bred chickens for a little while, different types. My youngest daughter did that for different eggs, and yeah, it was cool. They're really neat little animals to have in your garden, and especially when they're a bit tame like this too. So we have beehives, as you can see, on our property as well, which is a huge part of our garden for our pollinators. So they pollinate. It's great to have bees and encourage bees in your garden, because they are the most amazing insects. You know, they produce the honey, they pollinate your flowers. They make propolis. They're just incredible little insects. Absolutely love our bees. So we get our honey from them. We've built up these hives over time. We've had hives before. They are susceptible sometimes to wasp attack, where they come in and rob the honey and they kill the bees. It's very hard. Sometimes, you know, you won't even know why your hive has been wiped out, but we try and keep building them up. These ones have been particularly amazing. They've produced a huge amount of honey, which is used for my partner Sean makes pickled onions, rum and honey pickled onions. We have honey, you know, use it in lots of different things. I use it in my balms that I make. That's our guinea fowl, letting you know that there's someone here. They're like guard dogs. So I make lavender, manuka, kawakawa, and calendula balms, and we use the beeswax that the bees produce from here. I use that as well. So a very versatile little insect, absolutely amazing, and just love seeing what's going on in their hive. Absolutely fascinating when you lift that top up and bring out, you know, the frames, and they've made their little hive, you know, their little structures that capped off with honey, and their little babies, and just an incredible little insect that we really need to encourage into our gardens. Even if you don't have hives, put your sugar water out for them, or, you know, make sure they have got water and they're fed over winter. We must encourage them as much as possible, because they are at threat a lot of the time. So we need to make sure we're doing the best we can. Plant your pollinators, your plants that attract them. Blues, purples, they love those coloured plants. So yeah, can't stress it enough. We need more bees. So another passion we have, or I have, is my houseplants. As you can see, there is like quite a few. This is just a portion of what I grow. So my potting shed is a big part of growing plants as well. So again, that having your hands in the dirt and just enjoying that side of it. I like to be able to give people cuttings, try and encourage people to grow, children as well. But my passion, yeah, is definitely my houseplants at the moment. So I have a little page on Facebook called Little Rose that I sell my houseplants on. And they're all grown here. They're all grown by me from my mother plants or from cuttings or propagating. And then on that page as well, I'm doing my beeswax candles. So that was another part of our bees. They give us this beautiful beeswax so I can make beautiful candles that smell absolutely gorgeous. Neither Sean nor I have been trained in how to do things like that. It's all very much just been get in there, try it, grow it, see if it works. Move it. If it doesn't work in that spot, you move it somewhere else. You know, you're not to be afraid of doing things like that. It's really very inspiring once you get going with things and growing things and you see how you can grow things and you're able to pick it yourself. It's absolutely amazing. So we try to encourage people as much as possible with that, and with my house plants as well. I have a huge passion for house plants, not just gardening, but house plants as well. So giving people cuttings or, showing them how to grow things is a big part of the pleasure you get out of gardening. I can come out here every night of every week in the summer and I don't have to think. I can just relax. All that thinking side of it just goes and you just enjoy it. We have lots of animals here as well, which is all part of the nature nurture side of things. We very much enjoy being able to have children, grandchildren, their friends. They've all enjoyed the garden side of things. So there's lots of pluses, there's lots of benefits and gains from being at nature, with one in nature, with having your hands in the dirt. It's an amazing thing. I think everyone should try it at least once if they can.